This is why strong women are always alone at first. A strong woman doesn't chase anyone, not even the people she loves. She's not gonna beg for your attention. She's not gonna ask you to love her back. She's not gonna keep showing up where she's not wanted. Because she already knows what she's worth. And when you know your worth, you stop knocking on doors that were never meant for you. She doesn't chase, she doesn't beg, she just decides who actually deserves her. Tag a woman who needs to hear this today.
So you want to know what would make the world such a better place? What would make the world such a better place if more women actually started to become more logical than doing everything off of emotion. Nothing turns a man off more than when he's trying to explain something to you from a logical standpoint, and you go in your mind and you decide to be emotional about it, and then literally, totally won't hold yourself accountable, will cry, and then flip the story on the man and make him feel some type of way as if he did something wrong because you want to deal with emotion. Men are tired of it. Men want you to be able to be a grown woman, and they very much want you to have some level of logic. Now, are you going to always be as logical as a man? Of course not. But to have a healthy relationship with a man, you very much need to have some level of logic. It cannot always be emotional. Emotions are not going to solve problems. Emotions are just going to cause you to continue to not hold yourself accountable, continue to blame the man for everything, continue to point the finger back at him, and literally act like a toddler. Men are over it. Men want grown women. They want grown women that got some logic and can actually sit there and listen to what they saying and communicate with them instead of always getting in their feelings. So I need y'all to stop.
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't show it all. Absolutely not.
It's so annoying hearing women complain about the dating game because I don't think they realize how easier the dating game is for them compared to men. Like, yes, I get it. The dating game in general, this whole generation and this whole society is cooked. But one thing I will always stand on, and I know this might sound biased because I'm a guy, but I 1000% know for a fact women have the dating game on easier mode way more compared to men, because there are more good men out here for women than there are good women out here for men. And because men typically have the minimum amount of options compared to women, that already is just an indicator right there. Like, I don't think they understand, like, they literally pretty much dictate how their dating life is. Men, we don't get to dictate any of that. We just kind of have to go with the flow. We have to pretty much play the game by Satan's rules. They can choose whether they actually want a relationship. They can choose whether they just want to sleep around and hook up. But for men, we don't get to make that decision at all. We don't get to choose a relationship. A relationship for us just falls out the sky. And even then, it's a freaking humiliation ritual for us. And what's kind of irritating is that society overlooks the fact that women consciously choose men over and over that they know aren't good for them, that they know ain't. That's literally why the saying, nice guys finish last, is a thing. And it will forever be a thing. And I often question who should be the blame for this. Who should be the blame as to why women like to choose men that they know aren't good for them, but then yet still complain about the dating game and complain about how terrible it is, even though they have good men that actually want them for them and would be good for them.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is, because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete. And they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over. But you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know, what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
When a girl says she wants a guy to yearn for her, that's for the pretty guys, the cute. Yearning is not for the ugly. That's called harassment.
Looks don't matter. Looks don't matter. What matters is what's in your heart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have eyes, right?
Do men really not yearn anymore? Like that 90s love, that 2000s love.
Yearn for what exactly? Ladies have said that men are systematically their yearn for what exactly? Y'all said that being a mother is slavery. What are we yearning for right now? Why are we constantly saying that the past was bad for women, but then we're bringing up, oh, I wish that men would act like men in the past? Oh my God.
I miss me a yearner. I miss me a beggar. I miss me a ass kisser. I miss me a romantic lover boy. What happened to them?
She misses that ass kissing and the boot licking because it made her feel good and it made her feel valued. What does a man get out of that in this modern era? A potential chance of losing $20 on a potential dinner date.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Independence for sure, but I need my man.
If you're saying you want to be independent for sure, you're not looking for a man.
The shelf is too high. I don't understand none of the lights in my car that are on. My heels are too tight. I'm tired.
Mentions nothing about love, mentions nothing about being there for a man, just wants somebody to do for her. Like a god child. What is love in 21st century again?
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
The Democrat Party, man, I think has been exposed for basically selling out the black community officially. It's wild. All the people that still gun hole with Democrat, vote blue no matter who. They're actively shipping people from around the world into your cities, into the very places you guys live and work in. They're giving them food, shelter, hotel stays. Some of them are getting IDs. And the goal, obviously, is to move them towards a place of amnesty and then eventually getting them to be voter eligible after they make it through the census. And I'm like, you do know they're not spending these millions or billions of dollars just indefinitely just because. They're targeting, in their mind, a potential new voter base. Not McConnell, who was not on the other side. I can't remember his name. From the Democrat side, really high up. Not Pelosi, but the other one.
Chuck Schumer.
Schumer admitted it on camera live, like, we need to get more people from across the border in here because, like, he made it very known what the agenda was. They're actively trying to replace the black vote.
What's up, my guys? Your body count definitely matters. The typical narrative around this is that it's particularly impactful for women because it interferes with their ability to pair bond. Look, I think body count matters more for women simply because we're the ones that control access to sex. But I'm not ready to say it doesn't impact a man's pair bonding ability as well. I'm no endocrinologist, but here's my simple logic. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone that we all share. It's a huge part of our reward system, and it's secreted in massive amounts during. Well, if you produce a bonding hormone in large quantities time and time again, but it never results in an actual bond, your body's reward system is going to get extremely screwed up, whether you're male or female. We all hear about dopamine detoxes all the time to help people reset their brains and rediscover positive habits. But we never think about the other hormones involved in that reward system and how they all coordinate. If your dopamine system could get screwed up, I imagine your oxytocin system can as well. So as much of some of this body count talk is true in targeting women, I don't think we can completely dismiss its effects on men. And if you're an expert on this stuff, I'd absolutely love to hear from you in the comments.
And a lot of these modern women, they want men to continue to audition for a role that, quite frankly, Chad and Tyrone didn't even have to try out for. Chad and Tyrone, y'all know those actors and actresses, they don't even have to show up to the audition. They already got the part. That's what's happening with a lot of these Chads and Tyrones. They don't even have to audition. You got the part. Sold. He don't put no energy into it, but then you got Chad and Tyrone over here. You just give it up. A man's gonna find out about that. And when he finds out about that, how do you think that's gonna make him feel? Not very good.
Some men are great actors. They prey on some women who are weak too. Some men can meet a woman and see everything that she's missing or what she's lacking, and they can try to manipulate or pull off of those things that they know is wrong.
Women have to start taking accountability, y'all. It's at the point when it comes to women and the lack of accountability. If other women can't hold you accountable, then who gets to hold you accountable? You are responsible for the person that you choose. I don't give a how much he acted, because at the end of the day, we all got multiple personalities. Everybody has a dissociative identity that they revert to feel safe in the moment or to get what they need. It is your job to feel into your spirit and to tap into, God, is this the person that I'm supposed to be talking to? Is this the person that's aligned with my spirit? And so what happens is you don't hear what a person actually says. Your wounds make you hear what you want to hear, what you need to hear.
Absolutely.
And
that's
so
what I was
happens
just saying.
is red flags are no longer red flags. They look like green. A person who is void internally will look for crumbs from anybody they can get them from. And when you're a person who has not been fulfilled emotionally with love, you're love deprived, have a person come to you with crumbs and it'll look like a whole feast. That's your responsibility to take a look at what within me did not see that red flag. What within me was willing to look past all of the things that I saw, but now you're in a relationship and you're mad about it because it's clear that you avoided all of those red flags. That's an internal accountability. We can't put that on nobody else. People act all day long.
I need to know that when you retire, you're gonna find ways to get out of the house because I need my space. Otherwise, and I say this with love, I will you.
But with love.
So much love.
Right.
You know how everyone assumes you play golf because look at you?
Yep.
Maybe learn how to play.
Look, I get that you're freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, Christ, we've been married almost 30 years.
Crazy.
And it took me a while. But I know you. You need your space.
Yeah.
And that's what makes us work.
Yes.
Yeah. But I have been grinding away at my job for so long. It's my turn to be home. I've earned it. Now, if you don't want us on top of each other, that's fine. You need to figure out something to go do. Okay?
Are you serious right now?
Yes, but with love.
The studies on what women find attractive to men. One, their ability to signal resources. If you got the Range Rover and the Panerai, fine. But you don't even need those yet. You need to have a plan. I'm going to school to learn how to install energy-efficient HVAC heaters. I got a plan. I'm going to be able to provide. 2, intellect. The fastest way to communicate intellect is to be funny. But the third thing, and it's lesser known, and I think it's kind of a secret weapon, is kindness. And I think there's a differentiation between being kind and nice. I think women notice when you're being really nice to them, but you're not necessarily a kind person.
How would you delineate between the two?
You're being so nice, complimenting her because you're hoping to get her to like you and have sex with you, as opposed to planting trees the shade of which you won't live under. Holding doors open for people, being patient, small acts of kindness with no reciprocal expectation. Because the reality is a woman is going to be vulnerable during gestation, and instinctively they want to know someone is going to be kind. I think that's kind of the secret weapon. What I tell men is to start establishing a kindness practice such that it becomes second nature, and women will notice. You know, the whole notion around the bad boy effect, I think that works in the short term, but I think ultimately who women partner with and who they're drawn to, and the research shows, is kindness.
When a man stops trying in a relationship, the first thing everyone says is he's lazy, he's a bad partner, he doesn't care anymore. And sometimes, yeah, you're right, that's true. But a lot of times, and I mean a lot of times, it's something completely different. He stopped trying because he tried and it didn't work. And he didn't know what else to do. Like he showed up the way he knew, and maybe it wasn't the right way. Maybe it wasn't the way you needed. But in his head, he was trying. And all he got back was, it's not enough. You're not doing it right. Why don't you get it? And after a while, a man goes quiet. Because every time he tries, he feels like he's failing. And nobody keeps putting themselves in situations where they feel like they're failing. So he stops. And from the outside, it looks like he's checked out. But inside, he's just tired of getting it wrong. Now, I'm not saying this to excuse men who are genuinely checked out and lazy. That exists too. But if your man used to try and now he doesn't, before you decide he stopped caring, ask yourself honestly, what happened the last few times he tried? Did it land? Did you receive it? Or did it never feel like enough? Because sometimes the man didn't give up on the relationship. He gave up on ever getting it right.
I don't think men are good people. All men. I don't think they're good people.
Why not?
The reason for that is, like, for men to do things that they consider small in the flesh of, like, cheating. You know that that's going to destroy your partner, but you do it anyway. That's not a mistake. We've watched the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
And just because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to accept your betrayal.
Right.
Because you're taking advantage of my love for you, and I'm supposed to just be the one behind you riding or dying. I'm not with nobody. To see girls come up to me, I'm the girl they come up to all day long crying. They tell me the most disgusting of stories that I couldn't even believe. And a lot of times men, the wrong man, will stunt your growth as a woman.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Yeah, I've cheated.
My problem is I can be like, you know what? I want a little bit of male attention, okay? I want a little bit of that male gaze. And then like 5 million men could give me attention, and I would literally sit there and be like, no man has given me attention in 50,000 years. And the reason is because that I really just want one specific man's attention. Like there's just one man I have in mind, and if that man isn't giving me attention, then every single man in the entire world could give me attention, and I would still be like,
there's such a fine line on getting approached when you go out, because sometimes I'll go out and I'll be like, men don't approach anymore. They're all pussies. They don't approach. But then other times I'll get approached too often, and then I'm feeling chopped. Approachable. I'm like, am I giving approachable? I'm trying to be unapproachable beauty tonight. Like they say, men don't approach hot girls. So when I get approached, I'm like, if 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, what the f is this?
When I see a man that's so fine and then I pass him and he doesn't say anything. When people say, oh, girls don't shoot their shot. Yes, they do. If I look at you like this, say you walking this way and I'm walking like this, and if I look at you like this, that's me shooting my shot. Come say something.
Enjoy the ride. Stop asking this and that. You have an excellent leader. I'm not no follower. I'm the chief and you are the Indian. Alright? That's how this go. So stop questioning everything. Everything all right. For the past 4 years, you have been living luxury. You've been having a boss plan. And you ain't been having to worry about nothing. Because it's me. So if you know for 4 years straight, this nigga don't play. He playing shit. You ain't gonna never catch him lacking. You don't gotta worry about rent. You don't gotta worry about bills, nothing. You ain't have to worry about a bill for 4 years. Sit back and chill. Be still. We finna go on the thrill.
Said it seems like men don't want to be men no more. And I said, why you say that? She was like, because a lot of men have a problem with taking care of a woman. I said, no. That's not what it is. The problem is y'all want everything, but y'all don't want to give back nothing.
Anything.
That's the problem. Like I have no problem with taking care of my woman, looking out for her, but my problem is if I'm doing all of this and there's no respect, there's no gratitude, there's no appreciation, there's no reciprocation, and that's the problem.
Men are jealous of women.
No, they're not.
They want to be us.
No, they don't.
They don't even know it. It's like completely subconscious. But I figured it out.
No, really?
I've interviewed I don't know, probably 1,000 men. And that's the conclusion I've come to.
Uh-huh.
I will not be further elaborating, and you can just watch my videos if you want to understand what I'm talking about.
Gee, I wonder why someone isn't elaborating further. Because, as has been said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
It's obvious. Men are just jealous of us.
Right. Someone must be referring to the special and preferential treatment that a lot of women get simply for being women. Because, yeah, guys are expected to actually earn their keep, go to war, and do all those difficult things that a lot of women don't want to and aren't expected to do. Is that what someone is meaning?
I met this guy on Hinge. At first, perfect. Texting me consistently, planning dates, saying all the right things. First date was amazing. Second date, even better. Third date was great. And he says, I've never felt this way about someone before. Not gonna lie, I low-keyed it up. I was like, wow, finally a man who knows what he wants. And then randomly the energy just shifts. Out of nowhere, text gets slower, plans are vague. Suddenly he's so busy lately. And I didn't even do anything, that's the crazy part. But I realized it's this specific type of man is everywhere on Hinge. They love bomb you into emotional attachment and then run the second it gets real. It's they want the feeling of being in a relationship without actually being in one. This is what happens when dating apps let just anyone in. We need to start asking for a background check and a psychological evaluation. It's exactly why I've been on Hoppy now, because the whole invite only thing, it makes so much more sense. But what do we even call this type of guy? Because it needs a name immediately. It's way too common.
Ich bin jetzt seit 2 Jahren Single und das bewusst. Und zwar habe ich mich dazu entschieden, nicht direkt wieder mich in eine neue Beziehung zu stürzen, weil ich erstmal an mir selber arbeiten musste. Meine letzten Beziehungen liefen nicht ganz so gut und ich weiß auch, dass das zum Teil meine Schuld war. Und ich wollte nicht direkt wieder meine Gefühle betäuben und etwas Neues anfangen und dann wieder in diesen Teufelskreis kommen. Deswegen habe ich wirklich 6 Monate versucht, diese Einsamkeit auszuhalten. Und das ist etwas, was in meinem Kopf geblieben ist. Etwas auszuhalten. Und irgendwann ist dieses Gefühl von Einsamkeit weg gewesen. Ich muss sagen, dass ich gelernt habe, alleine zu sein und Dinge alleine zu lösen. Und ich glaube, wenn du an den Punkt gekommen bist, dass du alleine sein kannst, dann ist ein Partner an deiner Seite nur die Kirsche auf der Torte und du brauchst niemanden mehr, aber es ist schön, jemanden zu haben.
The moment a man no longer wants you, you will see who he was the entire time. I was just watching a video of a woman who's been with her husband for 10 years, okay? 10 years. And then one day to the next, just like that, he said, I don't want this anymore. I want a divorce. This woman has not worked in 10 years. She's been a stay-at-home mom. She uses his credit card and his money that obviously he pays for. The next day, he cut off that credit card. What is she supposed to do? She's in a vulnerable position, and he knows this. So what does this tell me? This is what he was the whole time. Because from one day to the next, on your child's mother is wild. The only thing, again, I want to really burn into your mind is men will lie to you. They will put on a mask for years. And the moment you no longer serve them, the moment that they decide we're done, it's not even a trickle of let's cut things off. That's it. Cut off. You're done. This is why I'm always telling you to make sure you have a nest egg. Never fully rely on a man that is just silly. Make sure that you are able to leave if you need to, and you are able to sustain if he leaves you. And to play devil's advocate, I say the same thing. Once you're done with someone, you're done, okay? This situation is no different. The difference is he literally said from one day to the next, he's done, and she could do nothing about it. Don't put yourself in this situation. I feel for her because I have been in this situation. But literally, men, when they're done with you, they're done. No more niceties. You will see terrible sides of them. No more nice guy. For real. Honestly, I think that's where that saying came from. No more nice guy. As soon as they're done. They're done. Done.
Now he's rebuilding, and that's his focus. But he's doing it quietly, questioning his own judgment, replaying decisions, tightening up, becoming more solid because he learned what it costs to give too much to the wrong place. And here's where the next woman is going to get it wrong. She's going to meet the version of him that's more reserved, more careful, and she will call it fear. Or she will assume, he's afraid of commitment. He's running from love. But she didn't see what it took to rebuild him. She didn't sit those nights where he had to put himself back together piece by piece, brick by brick. So now he's going to be more cautious. He's going to protect that version of himself. And listen, If you've ever had to rebuild yourself from nothing, then you already know. Peace stops being oppressive.
So, okay, first long-term relationship, you told him the body count was on the low end.
Yeah, he was
How
like,
did he
that
find
changes
out?
everything.
Like,
And
did you tell him, or did he like
I just
find
started
out?
feeling guilty because I started like really falling for him. So I was like, this lie, like I'm holding it in. So I told him, and he like flipped out on me.
Wait, so what was the number that you told him?
4.
What was it actually?
Like 150.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Mom.
Wait,
Sorry,
how old
Dad.
were you?
I was 19. I had a friend who had an older sister, and she told me, have sex with as many people in high school as you can because no one has. What? So I took that as law, and I really went for it.
Wait. Can you repeat that part? What she told you?
Have sex with as many people as you can in high school because nobody has any yet. And I just took that as law because I was hypersexual, very young.
And you're 27 now?
I am 27.
Okay.
So do the math.
What's the hardest part about being newly single for a grown man?
Realizing nobody cares if you quit anymore. When you were a kid, your parents cared. They made sure you did your homework. They made sure you showed up. Most guys also have a pretty good friend network up until their late 20s with college buddies, then their roommates in their 20s. People notice if you're around, people check in on you, people expect you to show up. And then one day, you're a grown man living on your own for the first time, and there's no support group. You realize nobody's coming. Nobody's making you go to the gym. Nobody's making you clean the kitchen. Nobody's asking you if you're working towards your goals. And that's where a lot of guys get stuck. They mistake that freedom for permission to drift.
I really don't get is like, why do girls date guys that are just like genuinely losers, bro? But like the guys that are actually successful and actually have passions and goals in life, like they don't go for them, you know? I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's like an ego thing that they want to feel like they're better than the guy that they're dating, so they date down. But yeah, hypergamy is like says that girls date guys that are above them. But I feel like it's really there's nuance to it because like recently I've been feeling like a lot of girls like date guys that are just losers, bro. You know what I mean? Like they literally just date guys that have nothing going for them or passions or anything. But I don't know, maybe it's just completely split even.
Men, have you ever been talking to a girl and genuinely just like one day you woke up and you were like, you know what, I'm not really interested anymore? Does that happen? Like, has that happen? Do you just sometimes just like, you know what?
This does actually happen, but not for the reason that you think it happens. The reason why a man will go from being really interested in you, always reaching out, always continuing the discussion, to not doing that, it is because you are not reciprocating that energy. He feels like he's the only one that likes anyone in this whole dynamic. Because time and time again, he's the one that reaches out first. He's the one that continues the conversation. You show up with delayed responses, short responses that are not open-ended. You don't respond enthusiastically to him wanting to see you again, and you definitely don't plan actual dates. That sort of thing adds up over time, and even though a man will attempt to continue to pursue you over weeks, maybe even months, it starts to whittle down his confidence with you. He starts to really truly believe that you don't really like him that much. And you know, what is the reason for this? Why is he putting in all of this effort if you're not willing to reciprocate?
Ladies, when you have, you're just deciding to. When men have, they're earning it.
While the words "a man has to earn it" does not come off in the best way, I understand that men think of this in a very logical way because what they've experienced is that women are the gatekeepers. So men have to do all of this stuff. They have to put in all of the effort for a woman to even be interested in him. So men will look at these other men that have high body counts or success rates, and they will actually make the mistake of admiring it and even go as far as calling that man a high value man. And no hate to this creator because he generally highlights a lot of double standards between men and women that need to be highlighted. But I'll tell you, as somebody with a very low body count with female friends in the same category, if a woman that is claiming that she has a low body count is saying that she's seeking a man with a high body count, she's lying about her numbers. Because guys, I'm telling you, a woman with a low body count is seeking the same thing in the man that she's looking to stay with for a long period of time. For both men and women, if they have a low body count, they most likely are seeking somebody with the same because that person is most likely more selective, probably prefers long-term relationships instead of one-night stands, and will most likely have no problem pair bonding.
Give me your money! Don't panic. You don't want to give her the ick. Just relax. Come on, man. Can you just leave us alone? Does this look like a game to y'all? I'm not playing around. Crap, that didn't work. God, why does this have to happen while I'm on a date? Why couldn't he have done this when my mom was visiting? She could have given him her purse or something. Okay, act tough. Hey, man, you don't want this problem. You know who I am? Man, do it look like I'm playing around? Oh, man, he knows I'm on a date. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Hey, man, can I talk to you in private? Bro, can you please help me out? I can't give this girl the ick, man. This is my third first date this week. I feel you, bro, because dating these days is hard. I mean, the girls get the ick for anything. I got you. Oh, Jamel? Oh, I didn't realize that was you, dog. What's up, baby? Y'all be good, man.
Wow, you handled that well.
Hey, well, you know, that's what I do.
Too well. Why can't guys show emotion? I know you were scared. You couldn't just cry or something? You're giving me the ick right now.
Give me money! Okay. Oh my God.
See? Now that's a real man.
Are you pretty enough for that? This is what I want every woman who is not looking for love or relationship, for every woman who only wants a man for the purposes of money, only wants a man who could take her out and take her on trips and take her to nice restaurants and buy her nice things. You're not looking for alignment. You're not looking for a relationship. You're not looking for a partnership. You just want a sugar daddy or a man with some bread. Are you pretty enough for that? Because baby, these men are paying for something. So when you're putting yourself in this position, what is your face like? Is your body T or is it declining? Or are you in a recession, baby? What is it? Because women who are going after this lifestyle will tell you that you have to keep up with yourself. You have to be in some type of shape. Your face got to look like something. Your hair got to be done. Your nails got to be done. You can't have no days where you don't shave. Can't have no days when that pedicure not on point. Teeth got to be straight. Baby, are you in place for that? Because understand, the maintenance to just be the person who wants to be maintained is expensive. Is your life set up that way? So before you decide to pick up the sugar baby or whatever type of lifestyle, gold digger type of lifestyle, please understand that it comes with some type of prerequisite. And usually it's your looks. And does that match who you are? Stay safe.
You know, you have a lot of steady guys, a lot of regular guys, a lot of average guys out here that are continuing to get overlooked because you would prefer, and it's like I talked about in some other commentary, you want a guy that's chaotic, that's up and down. You want a guy that, and you know, I'm laughing about it, but I'm not really joking. You want a guy to beat you upside the head, a guy that you got to run out the house 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, run down the street, beat down your neighbor's door. That's the type of guy that you got to call the freaking police to get that man up out of there. Got to take that man to jail. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. And that's the type of stuff these modern women want.